Okay, so I'm here today with a video which will be the do's and don'ts for textbooks as far as college textbooks. Okay, so, and this is just my opinion, so if you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to, but these are things that I found helpful that I now, would live by for the rest of my college career, college life. College for the rest of the time that I'm in college. Okay, so don't buy your textbooks from school because they're overly priced and you can go somewhere else and get them so much cheaper, even if you're buying them new. But if you're buying them from your school, they're going to be overpriced for no reason. The only time you should get them from school is when it's a book that either your teacher has published, so it's just available at your school, or a book that has to be new and you don't want to risk buying a used book and you don't have a code on access to something. So that's the only time I say you should get a book from school. And it still could be expensive out of this world, but you rather spend say $180 on a book one time versus buying one book for about $100 and then realizing they don't have a code, so you have to buy another book for $200 more, and then you just spent $300 on the same book twice. So that's just what I say. And I think don't get your books too early, because if you get them too early, the teacher can change their mind at the last minute, and then if you bought them from your school, you can return them. But if you bought them online from a person, you probably can't return them if you had them for too long. And you just, would want to have your money and not waste it. And, so don't get them too early. Just wait. I didn't start getting my books until last week. Yeah, last week, and school starts next week. So about 2 weeks before, I think, is good enough time. Because, okay, story for the first situation, buying books at school. My first semester, I spent about $400, like $350 give or take, buying all my books at school. And I could have spent maybe half as much if I bought them separately, but I just bought them from my school because I don't know, I just wasn't thinking, and it was last minute, so I just had to get them. I didn't have time to go. It was last minute as far as it was like 2 weeks in school. Bad idea, don't do that. Okay, and then as far as waiting about 2 weeks to get them, last semester I had got all my books early because I didn't want to have them too late. And 3 weeks before the semester started, my professor emailed everybody and told us that the book changed. I had spent $35 on a book, and he changed his mind and said we only need a book that now costs about $10. And I was just like, okay. So that's why I wait 2 weeks and just, yeah. Do get the most expensive textbook early. So if you find that you have to get a book from school and it's about $200, buy that first, because then over time you can get the cheaper ones later, and it's okay. But if you buy the cheaper ones first and then the more expensive one last, in my opinion, you didn't ration your money good enough. But if you got it to get it all at one time, then get it all at one time. I wanted to do it separately. That's just what I felt like doing. And what I realized, you don't actually need your textbook until maybe the second week of school. Like the first week, like the second week of classes, the first week, you just get your syllabi. The teachers are telling you what to expect, what chapters you're going to read, what books you're going to read, and you don't always need that book right away. So if you want to wait and to get your books, just wait, unless you have a professor that tells you over the summer, read these chapters because you have to be finished by this date. Other than that, I say wait hold your money. I don't know. Slugbooks.com. Slugbooks.com, I recommend to anyone and everyone. Whatever book you whatever book you need for school, all you gotta do is have the title and the author, or just the ISBN. I just always use the ISBN code. And you put it in the search bar and you search, and it does all the work for you as far as looking on different websites to find the cheapest book. And it got like Amazon, eBay, Adobe Books, Valor. It's just like so many different websites, and it tells you, it compares the prices for you. So Slug Books, that really helps. It compares the prices. Amazon, I like. Amazon is pretty good. eBay, I love eBay with everything. eBay is really good for textbooks. Half.com is also good, but the only thing with Half.com is there is a shipping cost of about $4 per book. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It's just that's how much the shipping will be on Half.com. So if you could find your book on eBay, and yeah, if you want to avoid shipping, like for instance, if you were getting a book that's $80 and you don't want to spend the $4, you could probably go to eBay and find a book that's cheaper. So I don't know, but I still, even though I use Slugbooks, I still would do my own search. Like I've searched eBay, Half.com, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, just different websites. And checkbooks, this semester I rented a ebook, and I don't know, I never read books before, and it just seems different, but I wanted to rent it because this book was expensive for no reason. So I was just like, I'll rent it, and then I rented the ebook because it was $30. It was a $30 rent versus buying the actual book, which would have been $100. And I'm just like, I'll just use it for a semester. I don't mind renting it. So checkbooks.com, check that out. They're pretty good. And as far as like rentals, when you like rent the ebook, you do it and it comes right away. And if you just rent an actual book, you do get the e-text of the book for 2 weeks, so you're not behind. Like I said, if you want to get your books 2 weeks before class, week before class, while you're in class, you just won't have to wait, versus other places where if you buy your books, you have to wait until it comes to your house or whatever, and you just have to wait for that. But so yeah, that's just like the things that I've came up with as far as the do's and don'ts of college textbooks. I don't know, I haven't been in college for that long, so I don't know everything, but this is just what I came up with that's very helpful for me, and it helps me save the most money for my books. So until next time, bye.